Creating meaningful relationships and connections is a cornerstone of personal growth and fulfillment. Whether you're navigating friendships, romantic relationships, or professional dynamics, the principles of authenticity, respect, and effective communication play pivotal roles. Building genuine bonds with others requires understanding, patience, and an appreciation for individuality. Every interaction presents an opportunity to foster trust and create a sense of belonging. But it's also essential to avoid common mistakes that can hinder these efforts. One of the most frequent missteps people make when trying to build connections is relying too heavily on material possessions or financial gestures to impress. While gifts and gestures can have their place, they shouldn't serve as the foundation of a relationship. When someone uses money or material possessions to win over another person, it can send the unintended message that they view the other as a transactional entity rather than a valued individual. This approach can lead to misunderstandings and even resentment. Instead, focus on authentic gestures of kindness and thoughtfulness that show you care about the person's feelings and interests. A small, heartfelt action often carries far more weight than an extravagant but impersonal one. Another common error is being overly persistent or insistent in your efforts to connect. When someone repeatedly asks another for time or attention without giving them space to respond, it can come across as desperation or pressure. This approach can make the other person feel uncomfortable and may push them away rather than drawing them closer. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and the understanding that both parties have autonomy. A more relaxed and confident demeanor often fosters an environment where meaningful connections can develop naturally. Allowing the other person to take the lead at times demonstrates respect for their boundaries and builds trust. Understanding and valuing individual differences is another crucial aspect of forming connections. People often assume that shared interests and preferences are necessary for compatibility, but this isn't always the case. Each person brings their unique perspectives, hobbies, and aspirations to the table. Embracing these differences enriches the relationship and offers opportunities for growth. By showing genuine interest in what makes someone unique, you not only validate their individuality but also create a dynamic that is both engaging and fulfilling for both parties. Confidence is an attractive quality, but it must come from a place of self-assurance rather than comparison. One of the pitfalls many people encounter is comparing themselves to others, especially in situations where age or experience might be a factor. Competing with others or making comments that highlight perceived insecurities can undermine the authenticity of the interaction. True confidence lies in embracing your strengths and presenting yourself as you are. By focusing on what makes you unique, you project an aura of self-assuredness that naturally draws others to you. Respecting the opinions, ideas, and experiences of others, regardless of age, is another cornerstone of meaningful interactions. Underestimating someone based on their youth or assuming that they lack valuable insights can damage the foundation of a relationship. In reality, younger individuals often bring fresh perspectives and unique experiences that can enrich conversations and deepen connections. By actively listening and valuing their input, you demonstrate respect and foster a sense of mutual appreciation that strengthens the bond between you. Authenticity is the key to building genuine relationships. Trying to emulate someone else's behavior or adopting a persona that isn't true to who you are often backfires. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin and who celebrate their individuality. Instead of trying to conform to an image you think others will find appealing, focus on being yourself. Embracing your true self not only creates a sense of authenticity, but also allows others to connect with you on a deeper level. It's also essential to approach relationships with an open mind and avoid making assumptions about someone's motives or intentions. For instance, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that someone is only interested in superficial aspects, such as financial stability or material possessions. However, Many people seek meaningful connections that transcend these external factors. By taking the time to understand the other person's dreams, values, and passions, you open the door to deeper, more authentic conversations. This approach not only fosters trust, but also helps you discover common ground that strengthens your bond. Age-related comments can also be a stumbling block in interactions. Mentioning someone's age in a way that feels judgmental or dismissive can create discomfort and disrupt the flow of conversation. Instead, focus on topics that emphasize shared interests, such as hobbies, experiences, or aspirations. By steering the conversation toward areas of commonality, you create a positive and engaging atmosphere where both parties feel valued and respected.